My new world, and go! So beautiful. Wait a minute. I've been in this world before. Look at that. I don't have zoom. Oh, that's chat. I don't have zoom. Anyway, look at that. Look at this. This is my Minecraft world. It's been a little while since I've been in here. I kind of took a break from playing. I grinded out like 11 weeks worth of Minecraft, and that took over 100 hours of my time. And then I wasn't able to record for a while because I had to get a new SSD to even launch my computer. So I'm making a world tour to kind of show you where I'm at, what I've done, and a little update on the Minecraft world. I know this is a little bit of a different vibe than the other Minecraft videos I've posted, but I'm going without my camera. I'm keeping it original to the original series, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've done. Okay, so first off, you might see I've made my own skin. Yay! I use this in thumbnails a bunch. It just says yes. And I've got a little crown because I like Technoblade and I liked his crown, so I made my own little crown. But yeah, this is my skin. Got a little happy face. Then I've got Ward armor trim with gold, all netherite stuff, lapis as well, and elytra. I use a data pack that lets me put my netherite chestplate on my elytra, so I get full armor even with my elytra. I've got netherite tools. So yeah, I've been pretty busy. I've done a lot of netherite stuff, a lot of gearing up and Minecrafting, which all of this I've shown in my earlier videos, but I just kind of thought I'd update, show you what they look like, talk about them a little bit. So I guess the first thing to do, this is my spawn island, and if I go over here, yeah, right here, this exact spot right here is 0, 0. So if I ever get lost, I'll never lose my base because I can always come back to 0, 0. And my spawn is right there. So, let's just take a little look right over here. We'll take a look at the first thing that I built in this world. Laying right in my wheat field. So the first thing I built in this world was my little humble abode, which has changed significantly. This whole cliffside is custom built. It did not used to look like this, but it's all custom built. This was the first thing I built in this world. I had a fish. I have a data pack that lets me fish for stuff. So I've got a lot of leftover books and things like that in here that I just have never used. This is where my first enchanting table was, but since then it's been moved and has been left abandoned. Like I've got a lot of fishing rods. Oh. Crap, I shouldn't have shown that. Remember to edit this out. When you see this in editing, remember to edit out that fishing rod, okay? Thank you. But yeah, I've got a lot of leftover fishing rods. Things like that. Then this is the very first diamond pickaxe that I had, the very first Fortune 3. This is the very first Silk Touch pickaxe that I got, my very first diamond pickaxe, and this is my first bow. I actually defeated the Ender Dragon with this bow, but I didn't want to lose it, so I put it in an item frame. And as well as this is my first set of iron armor. I believe I saved somewhere. I have my first pickaxe, my wooden pickaxe. I just don't know exactly where it's at. Just for old time's sake, let's sleep in the bed. You guys remember this one. This is from episode 1. We built this in episode 1. Dug it out, decorated it all. This is very original, very first thing I did in this world. Next thing, we're just gonna go up here, and I'm going to show you that I went to the nether. Okay, this is my nether. I've done nothing on the other side. I'll show you. I've literally done nothing on the other side. This is about as original as it gets. Nothing has been done in the Nether so far, and it's been a little over 200 hours so far in this world. But that's the Nether. I always go on an adventure to get the 4 tall flowers because it makes me happy. So then I guess the next thing I should show you that I built was actually not that. It was the cliffside down here. Although this part was not originally done, I added this on after to kind of finish the look. I still need to texture it, but that's just little minor projects. But then if you remember, I posted the video and I did like a slow walkthrough with like some nice chilling music in the background. But what I did was I decorated this and I put my villagers here. So this guy, I believe, has not this guy. Oh, well, hello. How are you? I didn't get custom heads? That's so sad. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, I still have my mending guy. I had more villagers here, but they must have died. Oh, that's not good. I don't know when that could have happened. Oh no, they died. I don't know when that happened. Uh-oh. That's not good. Well, I mean, I don't need them anymore, but like, that sucks. I wouldn't have wanted to keep them. But yeah, this whole place looks a little nice and neat. It's very organized. So whenever I did a project, I would always build these little, as these guys would spawn in, they would get put, I would put them in like a secret spot. And for this whole structure, 2 spawned in and I got 2 heads because these are 100% drops. They drop every time. Sometimes the head of this guy will spawn, but I would put them in random places. And for this build, I put them right here. So they're like kind of tucked away. You can kind of see them as you walk by. If you're really looking for them, you'll notice. I don't know why this stuff is here. I don't remember. I don't think these don't do anything. Anyway, I think they might just be there for decoration. But anyway, these barrels are all empty. They're just decoration. You walk down, then you get to this area, which is a melon and pumpkin farm that auto dumps the melons and pumpkins into a compost rig down here. You have to swim under and then up to get into it. If I can do it really quick, I'll show you. There we go. But yeah, it is supposed to dump compost into there, but I guess it's not working. Yeah, the whole system is broken. Sick. Awesome, whatever. The whole thing is broken. I'll have to fix that later. I don't care enough right now to do it. Awesome, the whole thing's broken, but it's fine. Note to self, don't use online YouTube tutorials to help you figure stuff out. Do it on your own. You'll save yourself so much time. Anyway, melon and pumpkin farm, it works for me. It worked long enough that I don't need to worry about it anymore. So these guys all trade it. They all trade melons and pumpkins, and then in here, back in here, some of them are zombie villagers because I didn't have it lit up very well. But these are all cured. Well, they were cured. Bro, what? They were all cured! I cured all of them. I know I did. They got reset or something. Dude. Bro. Bro? Everything is falling apart right now, and I don't like it. They were all cured, I swear. You can go back and watch the videos, because I traded with them in videos. You can see that they all were cured at one point. And whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's this build. That's what it's for. It serves the melon and pumpkin farm and for villagers. And then I extended it all the way down here just to like complete the look and the vibe. I built a little castle thing here, which holds inside. I have a data pack that lets me move these clusters because I don't want to have to spend a billion hours doing stuff. They got more heads in here. But yeah, then the next thing I built was actually next thing I built was none of this. Don't look at any of this right now. I mean, you're gonna see it anyway, whatever. The next thing I built was actually, I believe it was this. It was the melon and pumpkin farm itself. I built the whole thing there first, and then I built the melon and pumpkin farm. Yeah, I did that for sure. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I can those free cam a little bit. Melon and pumpkin farm, that's all that's in here. It's all, yeah, that's all. There's a zombie in there. I didn't even know that was like that. But yeah, melon pumpkin farm, that's all it is. It's just melon pumpkins. And then this is a redstone, so the minecart travels underneath, picks up everything, unloads it, gets dumped down here, goes into the water stream. You can see it there. Auto filters, and then gets broken down here. So that's all. But yeah, that's that. Then after that, the next thing I built was I was running out of storage in my old house, so I built this one, which obviously has changed a bunch. None of this was here, and none of this has actually been posted so far, besides like the rewards I got from it. This is just 4 full sets of armor that each have the full sets of enchantment, so like protection, fire protection, blast protection, projectile protection. I've got some dogs and some cats, Samuel and Ricardo. You don't have a name, but you're there. You guys, I don't think, have names. Do you have a name? No, you don't have a name. But I have those. I have some dragon heads, which I have quite a lot of elytras. I spent a long time in the nether, or in the end. Raided the end. I got so much stuff. I posted all of it on a community post. Like a screenshot or two of like all the loot that I got. Quite a bit of stuff, but some armor, lots of blocks, lots and lots of armor, lots and lots of armor and tools and things like that. Lots of books and swift sneaks and netherite and magma and all sorts of goodies galore. All sorts. Do I even have a Richides box anymore, or did I dump it all out? I don't actually know where my Richides box is. In my inventory? No, it's not. I don't know where it's at. A boner. We'll probably find it later. Iron Fist mains in my iron box. I got a lot of fireworks. But yeah, miscellaneous stuff. We did a lot of different things in this world so far. But yeah, this is my storage. That's these. Back here is where I hid the heads for this one. And I've got a little tropical fish in the cauldron. That's that. If I go upstairs, I'll show you my bedroom. Look at this. This is my bed. And then decorated, I have a parrot that somehow traveled all the way from the jungle, all the way over there, traveled to here. I did not bring him here. He did it on his own and came to me. Then I have 3 more cats. Skulk block just because I thought it looked cool. Some decorations, some pots. These are really cool. You put a little flower pot on top of a vase. And then if you go upstairs, you get to the... We don't need to talk about that. You can go to sleep in the bed. And then that's my main storage. I have lava here for a reason down here. I get infinite lava because if you didn't know, dripstone dripping into a cauldron will fill these with lava over time. So I just have this here in case I need lava just quickly nearby. This is my project board that I built to like give me a list of things that I wanted to do, which has not been updated because I have this and I don't see it on here really. The thunderstorm too. For the sake of the video, Auto animal farms I have, auto chicken farm I have, cactus farm I have all the green ones I have. I did this one too. I have these two done. And this. Some of the stuff I'm working on as well. I started work on this, never finished it. But yeah, this is my project board. As I finish stuff on here, it'll get all updated and then I'll add more. So that's the goal. But it's not updated. A lot of this stuff is in the process. I have stuff to make this. I have stuff to make this. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know. I've run out of time. Don't have a whole lot of time to do stuff. But yeah, that's that. Then the next thing I built after this, and this was the carrot and potato farm. So that's this building. I spent a lot of time deciding what colors I wanted and what things I wanted. So this is temporary still. It shouldn't be here, it really shouldn't, but you can hear the illagers back there. I'll show you if I can squeeze in. I'll show you. Look right there, you can see them there. They there's an alley in there. Interesting. I need to break their bows so they become peaceful, and then they will eventually acclimatize to their life here as old pirates eventually, maybe. Or I might use them for a new iron farm. I don't know. I don't really need a new iron farm though. But yeah, that's this building. I'll show you the inside here in a second. Let me just show you the other side. Pretty much identical to this one, but you know, looks very nice. I spent a lot of time deciding if I wanted to have those as the colors or not, and I went with yes, and I hid the heads for them here underneath just a little bit so that they're there. And then if you can't tell, I really like the design where the staircase goes up on the side and then you have like the little underneath portion. I really like this. It's one of my favorite designs. So I built this. Then the inside is kind of decorated, not that crazy, but it just provides me with carrots and potatoes, which I've used a lot. So carrots and potatoes. There's nothing up there. It's just let me see if I can show you. So up here, all it is just slabbed off. There's a spider, but it's waterlogged. Water stream, as they produce carrots and potatoes, it just comes up here, and these are filtered, so things like that. Then down below is actually where the carrot farm and potato farm are. Here's a little look at these guys as well. This is right down here where these things are. So they're in here forever. If you want to see what they looked like or what it looked like before, it's I believe episode 3 or 4 or something like that. But it's there. Here's the redstone for it. It's real simple. It's just, it comes from the hopper chain down into here, and then an auto dropper that feeds into a water stream. Real simple stuff. It's quite simple, really. But I did that, and then the next thing I built after that was this building, which was originally intended to hide down here. My villager breeder, which is still going strong. I have them put in boats because I can't deal with any more villagers causing me lag. There's already like 40 of them here. It's insane. So that was originally what this was for, and I didn't know what to put inside, so I just put in some cocoa beans, and then I had some cactus growing up here. I've never really done anything else with this building. Kind of just here to serve that purpose of covering it up while making it look kind of nice. Then the next thing I built after that, I believe, was actually the wall. I think I built the wall next. Either I built the wall next, or no, I think I built this. Oh no, I built this next. This is what I built next. I built the, so this build. Just look at it. It looks amazing. It actually looks phenomenal. It looks incredible. Built up against the backdrop of the mountain. So you walk through here, it's like a little animal shelter. Animal pen. You come over here, we have an egg situation. We have some chickens, lots of chickens. We have cows, not many cows. We have sheep, lots of sheep. They can't get out, so it's only filtered this way. So they can't get out the back way, and then they're fenced in. So it's like this little secluded area that's like really just nice to hang out in. Eventually I would like to decorate this back side of the mountain, make it all green and stuff, but I just haven't gotten to that yet as well. This is a zombie that's in full gold that I wanted to keep, so I gave him a block and I trapped him in here forever. And then we can't forget to give remembrances to Jill, Dill, Bill, and Bill too. But yeah, that's this area. I think I have some pigs back here. I do. I use this area down here to farm some wood and things. But if you like this build, let me know, because I really am proud of this build. I had one in my original survival world that I built a while ago, but then lost because I lost my SSD. Sad, I know, it's so sad. If I can ever get that back, I would love to. I just don't know if it's possible. But yeah, there's that. And then, let's see. I built the auto chicken farm. This is where it's at, by the way, the auto chicken farm. Very slow. This is all it's produced in the 300 hours that I've been here. And if you didn't know, chickens can't jump over fence gates like that. This is meant to be water, but I just haven't filled it in. They're just gonna starve forever, or be thirsty forever. You know what I mean? So that's my goal. Anyway, do I have more food, or do I not have more food? Actually, I don't even need to do this, because I built these, which have them here. Oh, it does not look like it. It does not look like I have more food. That's not good. Uh-oh. That might be bad news bears, boys and girls. Anyway, whatever. We'll get it. Then I built this. This used to be an entirely different building, if you remember, but I hated it, and I tore it down, and I rebuilt it. So, yeah, I tore it down, I rebuilt it, and now I'm much happier with it. I love the fact that it's got this little overhang here, and I love the way it looks underneath. I think it looks phenomenal. I think it looks fantastic. Very nice and neat. These have never been used, but they're supplied with sticks. And if you didn't know, this is actually a sheep farm. So up there is all the sheep, all the different sheep. Why are we not making more of that color? Interesting. I don't actually know. But it produces all the wool. It used to go into these chests directly until I added this section down below. So until I added the redstone for it. It looks complicated, but it's really just a series of auto droppers that will auto drop anything that comes into them. And then they'll go, watch, you probably can see one go down. Like, watch. There it goes, and it gets fed down. And then in a later episode, not sequentially next to each other, I built this building next to it to store all of the wool that is in there. So we have quite a lot of all 16 colors of wool. And then this last chest is this overflow in case there's apparently chickens in here somewhere. But in case like some don't get through, like sometimes this happens, and what we do is we just feed it through once more and it'll get fed through. Then I think what I built next after that was I actually built this, which this little thing right here is directly next to the sheep farm, because my whole idea was that this was going to be agricultural and like farming and kind of things like that, like sheep and pigs and cows and bees and things like that, iron golems even, things like that. That would be this side, and then the other side would be like the city part, like the storage building, the farms of like bamboo and sugarcane, production of crops and things like that. You know what I mean? So like bigger farm type things, that would be the other side. So then I think next I built this. This was meant to hold 4 different cactus farms, but one was already 2 enough. So down here is my cactus farm. You can see it below. It goes all the way down, and then underneath this soul sand block here, you can hear it real quiet. You can hear it breaking off. You can hear how fast it is? It's crazy fast. But underneath this block is how you get down there. It's just it's a ladder, secret ladder. And I've got these veins. I don't remember what they're called. Glow lichen. I've got glow lichen farming here, and I've got which I actually think I can show you. Yeah, glowberry farm. Here as well. These ones are unused right now, but if I ever need a use for them, I have them, so that's nice to have. Anyway, the next thing I built was over here. It's actually this big building that I'm flying over right now. The double warehouse is what I call it. So the idea with this is that there's market stalls on both the left and the right side, because like this is like an alleyway that people use to shop for. And what I did, I didn't show you the heads. I didn't actually have any heads for this build. So there are no heads here. But for this one, for this build, I believe there are some, and I think they're just hidden. I actually don't know if there are any for this. There might not be any, because I built this one kind of fast. I don't remember. No, there are none. But for the sheep farm, there actually are a few. So for the sheep farm, some of them, the only one I got for this building is right here. But since I showed you this one, I'll show you that it's hidden right here behind these leaves. You can see them there. They look pretty cool. I like them a lot. The next thing I did was this building, which I call the double warehouse. So like I said, it's meant to be like an alleyway with lots of stalls with people selling things, but really it's just sugarcane and bamboo. This is Ben to Manover, a reference to a friend of mine's name. He's just a creeper that wandered in that I named. So that's his name. And then up here is another creeper. I don't remember his name. I think it's like Harry Ball or something like that. I might be wrong, but I don't remember what his name was. But for this build, I actually hid the heads for them inside the stalls, so I thought that was a cool use of those. And like as you can see, that somebody would be standing here selling their wares. They'd sell keys and templates, and they have storage back here, and they have like a nice carpet and a chair they can sit on, things like that. And because, you know what, I just realized, because I don't have the armor poser mod installed, there's no armor stands, I don't think. No, there are custom armored stands. I just must not have done it on this side. This side must be like an inactive side that I was thinking about. But like they have their wares here, they have storage back there, things like that. But yeah, it's really just a front for illegal sugarcane production. Anyway, the next side, by the way, the next side should have some armor stands. Yeah, it does. Okay, so this guy's just chilling, sitting in his chair, waiting for customers to come by. He's selling golden apples, and he's got his more valuable stuff in the back. This guy's searching through his chest, getting ready to put out some more of his items. He's selling diamonds and things. And this side is bamboo, so bamboo gets harvested on this side. This is not the full big scale bamboo farm that I was talking about on my project board, by the way. This was the small scale one. But yeah, there's people here, they're selling things. Like this guy's got a diamond he's holding out, wanting to sell. He's like offering a trade. Here, you can have a glowberry for it. And then that's this side. And it's all textured and it looks really nice. It's got some wool and some andesite and stone. It's a super nice. I actually like it a lot. The redstone for that is real simple. It's literally just observers. I'll show you. It's just observers and redstone. This is it. And then there's pistons down below. I wonder if I can see his name. Tachamawini. I don't remember naming him that at all. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, well. So, like I said, I hid the heads of the people, the market guys or whatever they're called, wandering traders. I hid them inside the stalls themselves. But this is just a bamboo and sugarcane farm with some nice decoration to it. So, if you liked this build, let me know down below, because this one took me a little while. Had to farm up a lot of mangrove to get this one. Then I think the next thing I built was the wall. So the idea behind this town is that it was a castle town. It was like a big castle, but then like it got taken over by pirates. So like they fortified structures and they got taken over by pirates. So the wall has become like decrepit and torn down, which is why this side is like, why we have like a crumbling wall on this side. But like the rest looks pretty okay. And then they kind of like transformed it into what they wanted. So this is like a crumbling wall with some parts that are more well maintained, because like they didn't want to destroy everything, you know. So this wall there, and then I hid the heads for this are actually hidden over here. They're all in here. They're all in there. So that's where that's at. The wall, that's the story behind the wall. The next is... What did I build next? Oh, the next thing I built was this over here. And some things I'm talking about may be out of order. They're probably going to be, because I can't remember exactly what I built first and when I built it. But I know that it's all recorded in film in episodes 1 through 10. So if you want to go watch that, feel free. But yeah, this is just a super smelter. I never really used it that much. I used it a little bit. Yeah, I used it a little bit. Actually, quite a bit. The reason there's leather in there is I have a data pack that lets me smelt rotten flesh into leather. Way nicer, way simpler. I built this to continue on like the legacy of the cliffside, so it goes all the way around. It's untextured, but that's okay because nobody ever really sees it. So there's that, and then let me show you this, because I built this. Actually, I did this next. I needed stone and things for projects, and I was gonna build a big old structure here and like make it like look like a thing, but it ended up just turning into a hole that I haven't finished or done anything with. But yeah, I mined out a big hole, and I used it to get some stone and some moss and pale moss and things like that. As you can see, I've had quite a few visitors come by, but yeah, there's not a lot of stone left in here because I've used the most of it. But I used a lot of it to build this over here, which looks really nice. It's untextured, but it looks nice, so that's cool. It's basically a castle, and the whole reason it's a castle is because it is a mob farm. If you listen, you should be able to hear them fall down. Maybe. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll go sit up here really quick. This is like the optimal spot to stand for it. So what I'll do is I'll stand here for like 30 seconds and I'll tell you a little bit about it. By the way, right over there is where I did my 500 subscriber plaque. It's memorialized in my world. When we hit 1,000, I will also build one next to it and continue it on until we hit 1,000,000, which we will one day. We absolutely will one day. But yeah, that's that. And then I'll fly down here really quick and I'll show you. Should be able to hear them fall any second now. Is it on? Oh, it's broken. It's broken. There's no time for anything to spawn. Okay, it's broken. Of course it's broken. That's just the thing with updates. When you update the game and stuff like that, stuff gets broken. But this is a mob farm, and it produces me a lot of gunpowder, as you can see. Then the next thing I built was quite far away, and because it's so far away, I'm not going to show it yet because I'm going to show everything over there all at once. But I'll show you what I've built that I don't believe is even on camera yet. I don't think it ever made its way to screen because my graphic, or not my graphics card, my SSD died. So I lost all the footage that I had building it and recording it. Oh, I need to get food. So yeah, I don't think any. Oh, by the way, I also built these pathways, so that I have pathways that connect almost everything throughout my base. Oh, I didn't even show this. This is I built this before I built that stuff. This stuff is on camera. So I built flower farms. So all they do is they make flowers and they get put in there for all 4 of them. Turn them all on at once. I'll show you the redstone for it. So it's just a flower farm. It looks really nice. I like it a lot. Basically, all it is just, you can't really see it, but it's just a piston that pushes forward an observer. So it makes an observer clock, and then inside of this is bone meal. Bone meal gets fed into the dropper, or the dispenser, dispenses on the flower, and makes stuff. And I put the heads in here, and it makes the flowers. So that's all it is. It's just a torch tower. The redstone torch comes down. There's redstone underneath, lights this, flips, inverts all of these. Then that powers. When this gets flipped, this gets unflipped, powers that, pushes it on, things like that. Works really well. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's what it is. Sign. Then I built this little storage hut. Don't really know what it is. It's kind of like another market that didn't really do as well out here. It's used for a lot of storage that maybe these markets might come to and store stuff. Yep, Penis Market. Oh, Penis Avenue. So it didn't do very well. Clearly, that's why there's nobody here and all the barrels are empty. And all the shelves are empty and things like that. So it didn't do very well. They're only selling sticks. But yeah, there's that, and then I believe that might be all that was shown on camera over here. Besides like my mine and stuff. I'll show you where I went to mine. I went to do some mining off camera, and whenever I would do it, I would do it right here. Do that, and it goes all the way down. Lots of places like this. The rest of everything that is built here, I don't believe was shown on camera because my SSD died. So I had all of the. Oh no, there's actually one more, but I didn't want to show it because this is the new structure for it. So I built these little huts all over the place around my base because I thought they looked nice, and I really actually like the design of them. But they're meant to do is serve as little places to store things and give me a place to access my ender chest if I need to. This one in particular is special because it's one, a little bit bigger. Two, it's built into the castle wall, so it's built into the wall itself. And three, it stores the entrance to what previously was just a hole in the ground right here, which was a staircase to nowhere. It leads actually down to this, which would have been faster just to have it drop, but I didn't think about it when I was building it. I just was like, ooh, yeah, this will work. But it leads to my skeleton spawner. So if I stand here for a little while, this is where the enchanting setup got moved to as well from my original base. It got moved to here, and I've got some diamonds and some leftover tridents and things, some leftover enchanted things that I had from earlier. Things that just got left over. I had a furnace set up so that whenever I was down here, I could smelt some stuff if I needed to. And if I wait just a second, they should start falling down any minute now. Yeah, I've got an ender chest, and then I designed this whole. Oh, see, one just fell. Then I designed this entrance a little later so that it would fit inside that building, because obviously that building couldn't match and come all the way over here, because this is like directly underneath another structure that I built. So I pushed the hallway back, I added this, and I decorated it all a little bit. Kept the design that I had in the floor over here, except I added more of that. So you can see it's a lot more than just stone. But yeah, then that's that. And I added some lights and stuff, but I haven't used this in a long time because, well, it's just slow. There's better ways to get XP in this game. So I just haven't used it in a while. But yeah, it's got a water stream that takes me back up as well. And this cuts straight through one of my mines, so that was fun to build. This whole structure's got tons and tons of storage. All of it is empty. But yeah, I built that, and then I'll show you the only other one on this side over here. I built this, and this one's a little special as well because it also has a staircase that leads down to this dock, so that if you ever are down here, you can walk back up. And you can come in here. I believe this might have some storage items in it. Maybe not. Next, we have the other one that I built. This is actually the first one of these that I built. Was this one. I built this first because I wanted to have a place to store the beehives that I didn't have extra for, or that I had extra for my bee farm. And it's got some things inside of it. Not much, just a little bit, like some mob drops and some leftover blocks that I haven't sorted away. But there's that. And then later on, I built this as well. This is a auto mob farm. So there's cows in here, there's sheep, pigs, and we had the auto chicken farm, so we don't need that. But this is when I talked about auto farming. This is what I was talking about. You can walk right up to this. You can press this note block. They get pushed up, and if you have wheat or anything, you can breed them, and you'll be able to hit every single cow. Same with the pigs and the chickens. That's just all it is. And then eventually they'll get so many that they'll die to entity cramming, and their drops will fall in there. So they'll get squished to death. The next thing that I have is that I wanted to show. Well, let me show this whole build off really quick. It looks really nice. I was trying to mess around with details, and that's all I could come up with. But yeah, the next thing that I built was not this. It was one of those over there, but I'll show you this next since it's been in your ears the whole time. I saw a farm designed by Impulse SV where it would squish allays and splash them with potions, and you just hit this and then you would get all the experience for it. I tried to recreate that, but I totally flubbed it up. Oh, I burnt it. I broke it. Anyway, well, I flubbed it up. It doesn't work. That's why there's allies in that boat over there. So they're permanently just suffocating until I deal with them. But it's okay. They regenerate. So they're just suffering for eternity. The next thing I built was actually this bee farm, which I'm not super happy with the design of the front, but I couldn't think of anything better to put there. So, I just went with honey on this side, honeycomb on this side. And you walk inside, it's nice and decorated. It's all automatic. The bees get harvested. Their stuff gets dropped in to these chests. And, yeah. So, it works on a redstone power level. So, like, when it gets to power level 5, it gets up here, hits these, harvests, done. Same on this side. It's the exact same thing, but it looks nice. And yeah, I wanted to go with a different shaped design roof because every other roof I built has pretty much been this design. Case in point. So I wanted to try something different. I'm not happy with it. I don't really like it that much. Like from up top, that kind of just looks weird. But I wanted to use the new wood as well, so I just didn't really know what to do. So same thing, again, I wanted to use the new wood, but this I like a lot better because I think these two blocks pair together kind of well. And this is just to cover up an iron farm, which originally was... The iron farm originally was right here. It was like right here. Somewhere in this area. It might have been right here, actually. It was where it originally was. And then because I built this stuff, I had to move it, and I moved it all the way over here. Really simple, honestly, to move. But you come down here and you get iron. And the inside has to stay undecorated because this is the way the farm works. So it's just path blocks on the bottom so that the iron golems can spawn nowhere but inside the hole. And they're constantly scared by this zombie that's name is Harry Ballsack. But yeah. That's the iron farm. That's all it is. It's just, it's kind of bland, undecorated, but you know, I wanted to put a building over top of it. Then the next thing after that I built was actually this. It was this. It was the... I gotta close the doors fast because there's delays in here that are desperate to get out. This is just a little place that I built because I thought that it'd be nice to come into. Whoop, 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 peep, peep, peep. It'd be nice to come into here. So it's pretty much... It's just a little place. I just realized none of the Minecraft audio is coming through, so it's just me talking with no Minecraft sound. That's great. You know what? I'm sticking with it. I don't care. You can't even hear it. That's so sad. I just realized that. Whatever. I don't care. It's fine. It'll have to do. That'll do. Anyway, so that's that. That's so sad. 48 minutes of that, by the way. It's just a place for bees and for allies to hang out. And because of that, I also realized you guys never got to hear the eternal screams of the allies. So, sheep farm, by the way. You can hear what that sounds like all the time. Here's what they sound like. They've been here for months. Months like this. Anyway, that, I believe, is this whole area. Oh, one more thing. Let me go sleep really quick. Let me go to bed. Going to bed. The last thing I built was actually, I don't remember if it got put into an episode or not. I think it might have, but I don't remember if it did. It's fine. I wanted to use concrete for something, so I used concrete to build a giant rocket. Just like inside of a rocket silo. I didn't do much else with it. I just built the rocket and then kind of went on with my life. But it looks cool. But if you're asking yourself, wait, where's the island that was there? If you remember episode 1, yeah, I had to remove an entire island to build this. And then I got charged creepers on here because I thought it would be cool. Yay! And I'll show you something else that I built. It's all the way across this massive ocean, all the way over here. Ocean monument, by the way. Right next to spawn, literally. All the way across this ocean is a something. By the way, another ocean monument is a little place that another ocean monument. There's like 3 of them really close by, but they're not close enough to have anything useful. So right over here on this island is where I wanted to get a lot more iron. So I thought I could build the same farm right next to each other and it would work flawlessly. Apparently, it does not work flawlessly, not even a little bit. So this thing never really produced much for me, but I had it here. just never produced much for me. And then I just abandoned it because I didn't want anything to do with it. So as we fly back, I'm going to show you the next thing. The next thing that I built, which does happen to be in a video. It's in a section of the video that I called He Do Be Minin'. He Do Be Minin'. I cleared out a massive area of desert because I wanted to get sand, because I have a data pack that when husks die to a player, they drop sand. Or when they die, they drop sand. So I wanted to get sand. And so I built a farm for it. Or I tried to build a farm for it. And then once I built it, I realized, oh, wait a minute. Husks need to have access to direct sunlight to spawn. Didn't know that. So now I have a giant farm over here that is better than that big tower there. Better than that by a long shot. But doesn't give me any sand. So it's not a total failure, but it is a failure in general. Then, because of that, I decided, well, you know what? I'll just make this my industrial area. So I expanded on it, added tons of stuff to it, did a lot, and I'll show you that over here. So, as you can see, there's a lot happening over here. This is the giant farm that I built that definitely was supposed to be for husks. Did not realize that it would not work because it needs direct sunlight. And I'm too lazy to break this whole thing and try and figure out a new farm. So I built these 3 little ones that have produced literally 0 of anything. Nothing. Ever. They don't produce anything. Anyway, this whole area used to be a normal desert. It is. Does it look like a desert now? Does it look like a normal desert now? It looks pretty crazy, right? Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow, it's so crazy, so different, so beautiful. Alright, so after I built that, I decided that I wanted to build other stuff here that was going to be helpful for me. So, there used to be a village right here, okay? This whole mountain had a village on it. You can kind of still see some of the smooth pathways. You might even be able to see a villager house, maybe? Well, yeah, right here is a little remaining structure of an old villager house. Aside from that, they've all been torn down. There's also a village right over there too, so if there wasn't one, I could get them from there, but either way. But I moved all the villagers over, and then realized I only needed 2 of them to make a villager breeder, so I made a villager breeder. And once again, it became too dangerous to keep that many. So I put them in boats so they can no longer do the do. And they can't make any more. And then what I did with those guys is I put them over here. I transported all of them over, traded with them. And right here, what you're looking at is every single trade, every single enchantment in the game. A villager that trades every single enchantment in the game. So things like, I don't know exactly where they're all at. I don't remember. But he sells efficiency 5. He has mending, aqua affinity, fire aspect 2, flame, unbreaking, also another mending, thorns, piercing, projectile protection 4, and fire protection 4. Channeling, luck of the sea, respiration, flame, loyalty, silk touch, luck of the sea again, knockback 2. This guy I believe has density. Yeah, density 5, sharpness 5, riptide 3, frostwalker, sweeping edge. You get the point. Feather falling. Every single enchantment in the game is in these villagers, except for the new. I don't know if there's any new enchantments in the game in 121.7. So if there are, I'll add them. That's what these extra spaces are for. And then these are just a bunch of villagers that they all have pumpkin and melon trades. None of them were cured, but they will all have a melon trade, so they will all have pumpkin and melon trade, so I can get tons of emeralds if I need it. And then if I have a bunch of villagers that trade pumpkins and melons, obviously I need to have a bunch of pumpkins and melons to trade them. So I built 4 pumpkin and melon farms that all feed into one central system down here. So the melons will get auto sorted and then auto crafted into melon blocks, which we have quite a lot. This is just overflow in case this one ever fills up. This one can activate. And then this is for pumpkin storage. And then if ever the whole system breaks, we have a backup system where they will get filtered and turned into... Either they'll get filtered into here or they'll get turned into bone meal. So yeah, that's the melon and pumpkin farm. Then what I did was I built this, the storage system for the mob farm. Before it was just that right there. Now it is auto sorted and auto filtered. So the minecarts all happen, they all drop into here, then it gets auto dropped into this system, which then filters up into a water stream from both sides. It goes into this storage system and it's all auto filtered. So I have like 4 for bones, 3 for string, this is gunpowder, arrows, rotten flesh, and then miscellaneous stuff from like witches and chickens and things like that, you know, things like that. So I built that. Then the next thing I built after that, whew, this is a lot of talking. I've been going for like 2 hours now. I recorded another video before this one. Whew. Then I built the farm for sugarcane, which is stuck right now and it appears to be broken. That's fantastic. Everything is broken in this world. Lovely. Yeah, that's broken. I'm gonna have to fix that. But it flies. You get the gist. You've seen these before. It flies back and forth. This is broken too, isn't it? It flies back and forth. Yep, it's broken. Sick. This was even more broken than the other one. How is that possible? Whatever. It flies back and forth, breaks stuff, and then it gets auto picked up. Bamboo gets auto crafted into bamboo blocks. So the bamboo all goes in those chests and it filters into several segments that get filtered and turned into blocks. I have a lot of bamboo. I don't need it to run anymore, but I have it run. This just gets put into chests normally. And I kind of get it every now and again. And then after that, I wanted to have a stable source of iron that I knew would never break. So I built 3 iron farms in various places so they wouldn't be too close together, so I would never have to worry about iron again. And I never have to worry about iron again because these things just produce stuff like crazy. That's why I have a whole shulker box plus of just iron blocks. Then what I did after that was I built this. Let me go to sleep really quick. This is the camel, by the way, from the village. And another portal that connects my old base to this one. It's very close by. It's not very far in the nether. And I'll show you what's down here in a second because there is something down there. But it's broken as well. So the next thing I built, this is a design I believe by CubFan135. It's a nylium grower. So what you do is you just put, ideally it would be netherrack. You would put your netherrack down and it would bone meal those blocks, and because this is next to it, it would make them nylium. But if you hit this button, it would make it crimson because it's next to it. And that's all it's for. That's literally all it does, but it's so cool. Then this is the design that I made. It's just not working right now because it's all powered and I'd have to flip the redstone and stuff, and I don't want to do that. So maybe I do actually. There, you see? It makes stuff. It gives me the little mushrooms, and it gives me the crimson stuff. Very cool. And most of the time I don't need this stuff, so I just throw it away. I just want the mushrooms. So then there's this, which is just, it's a fancy system that all it does is you do that to bone meal, and then you chop the tree down. And then this will bone meal the block underneath in case it, see, like that. That's all it does. Literally, that's all that this is for. It's a fancy system. That's all it is. This is one that I designed. I made this one all on my own. There's absolutely faster ways to do it, but it's just for basalt. Obviously, you'd have haste too here, but I moved my beacon. But yeah, it's literally all, this is my design. I did this all on my own with my own brain. And nothing else. I did it all with my own brain. It's just a piston that pushes up and then across. It's real simple. And there's a hopper clock down below. That's all it is. But anyway, that's all that I've done here so far. Oh, never mind. I lied. I built a whole slime farm. This is 3 slime chunks right next to each other. 1, 2, and 3. And if you go down here, you'll see slimes are falling down in. And they'll die on the magma blocks because they get attracted by the they get attracted by the iron golems. They fall on the magma blocks, they die. And then if you come over here to the hole in the ground that's completely safe to go down, as long as you have an elytra, you come all the way down here, you can go in and you can check the profits. And you see it's made a lot. It's made enough for me. That's all I need. I didn't need a whole lot. And the reason I built the slime farm is because I wanted to build an auto mining drill, which is what is down here. So I built this first. As you can see, I have quite a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. And then before it broke, I mined for days on end. In days. This is many hours worth of TNTing. Oh yeah, it just keeps going. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going. Oh yeah, still going. You wanna know why it broke? I'll tell you exactly why this thing broke, and I'll show you exactly why. It's because I got to a point where I was greedy. Okay? I thought that this size was too small, so I wanted to double it. And that became too much, and I broke the whole thing. See, it doesn't move. I think all I need to do is break all this glowstone. No, the whole thing's busted. It's because all of this is way too close. This should have gaps between. The whole thing's busted. It would not take me that long to fix it because all of this is still fine. I literally just need to break all of this and then replace and just put it back and space it back out and then remove the glowstone. I was trying to make a way so I didn't have to light up everything behind me the whole time. But yeah, that's this. Auto TNT miner. Used it for a long time. It's how I got so many blocks of, by the way, that's for my end adventure. So many blocks of like deep slate and stuff, and I'll show you everything here in a second. But yeah, everything I just showed you over here in this area is all taken me about along with all the end rating I did, is all about 100 hours in and of itself that has just not been recorded or uploaded to the YouTube channel, which, it being 100 hours all on its own, makes it about the same amount of time spent in the first 12 episodes, the first 10 episodes, as it was in the first as it is off screen. So about half. Does that make any sense? I spent as much time playing after without recording it as I did playing it originally and recording and uploading it. So you've seen only half of what I've totally played. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes any sense. It does in my head. You've seen 100 of the 200 hours. And of course, there's other little minor things that I've done that I wanted to start, but I just haven't finished. A couple other projects. But that's the majority, and that's everything that I've done in my Minecraft world. If you have any suggestions, or you want to see me build anything in particular, I'm interested to build lots of creative stuff. Lots of cool, interesting things. If you want to see me build something, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you want to see, if you want to tell me what your favorite build that I've built is. Oh, by the way, I don't think I showed this. This is a new super smelter. This one's twice as fast as the other one, and way smaller. So, it's got double the amount of furnaces in a smaller space. Anyway. Let me know what your favorite build was down below, or your favorite thing that I've built, and tell me to fix my farms. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.